Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to stage 34 of building the Enterprise D, the 1701D. This is a bit I've already done. The panels, putting windows in panels, yeah, it's always the same, so I'll just do it and get on with it. This is the reflecting panel that goes over the top of it with 2 BP screws. Let me get the screws out. Once again, we're going to be building this and then not doing anything with it. We're not going to install it yet. I don't know why they're doing it that way, but we've got in this issue lots more lights that, again, I'm not sure that we're using all of them yet. We've got the reflecting panel for that to go over onto the neck, but not yet. First of all, I'm going to use one of these. These are all the same, so it doesn't matter. We're putting one light under here. It seems to be that one, which is going under there, held in place with a little pin. That's that there, and this goes in there like that, about there. Yes, there we go. So these 2 screws will hold everything together, at least until it becomes part of the big saucer framework. I'm sure at some point soon we will be starting on the rest of the ship. We've done a lot of saucer. Well, I say a lot. It feels like we've done an awful lot, but there's still a lot more to go, obviously. But I assume once the neck bit's done, then we're going to be moving our way down the body. So there we go. We have that. I'll put that aside because we're not using that yet. That's that. I will test it, but not yet. I don't need to test it on here for you. These, yes, these are getting plugged in, but not quite yet. Let's bring in the neck. This is what we were doing last time. So now we've got to put this in place on there. That just obviously sits over that way round. Thankfully, not having to put in each and every one of these tiny little windows. But you do need to make sure it fits down over where it should, like that. Then that goes over there, obviously that way round, with 3 CP screws. Let's get those out. There'll be 4 in a packet, so I keep 1, put that in the spares box in a little while. So this is going to go over there with obviously the 2 bulbs from here locating in place around it. So that's got to go there with that bulb underneath. This bulb on the top. Come on, you know you want to. That's where you need to go. That's it. There you go. And the other one's obviously falling out the bottom. So what I'm going to do is put in this top screw. Hopefully stop that top one falling out while we mess around with the one at the bottom. We need to lift it slightly to get it in, without letting everything else come out as well. So that's that. Screw on the screwdriver, mostly. No. Then that can go in there. And the 3rd and final screw in that corner. Yeah, the windows are all there, so let's tighten everything down. There we go. Right. Now we've got to play around with the extra lights. Pictured around here. They're going in there somewhere. In that mess of wiring, there will be 2 sockets. See, this one started on the outside and then worked to the inside, whereas the other one starts on the inside and works to the outside. I maybe don't know what's going to work. Is there a 3rd? There's an empty socket there. Okay, so we're going to use starting from the other side, there is one use, then I'm going to use the next two, then there's going to be an empty one here, which obviously will be used at some point in the future. One more socket to fill on this little next section. So that's got to go all the way across into there. That would have been easier to plug in before, you know, doing everything else with the rest of it. Okay, that's in the right place, I'm pretty sure. I'll go in there. This one will go next to it, which is a little bit easier. Okay, and because this is all wired up, I can just flip the switch to make sure that one's not lit up, so that one's not in properly. Looks like it is, but it isn't. I can't see why not. Oh, because I wasn't actually in a socket, I was next to a socket. I was in between sockets. Let's try going the other side of this clump of wires. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Tricky fun. Right, let's try and see where I'm going. It's there. Yeah, this is not the most easy of arrangements. And I think I put that one in the wrong one because that's... Yeah, that's now in the wrong one as well. So let's get that one out as well. I should do this behind closed doors, so I'm not swearing at you all and doing it. I'll get these plugged in, make sure they work, and then we'll see about putting this in properly. Okay, they're in and all work. Then it's a case of making sure they go where they should go. They wiring in and up and around and out. And right, let's get this one in there, through there, and then up, upwards. They're not coming out here. They're coming out here briefly. They're aiming for this gap up here. And how are they going to get through to there? They're really not. It's really not easy. Might have been easier to do it from the other end with the single plug rather than the two bulbs. But, you know, those through there then. There we go. They'll go through there and then through there. That's where I'm aiming for, apparently. Not knowing any better, I'm just going to go with it. These are obviously going to be doing the same thing this side as the ones that I've just done over there are doing over the other side. So pretty much as much throughput as I can get is going to be a good thing. There we go. That's all of that. We've got quite a lot of loose that we can play around with, which is good. That's that. This one is going through to come out here. Well, that should be easy, shouldn't it? That's the easy one. So many wires. This build is more electronics than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be illuminated, but yeah, I wasn't expecting almost each window to have its own light source. So yeah, it makes it challenging. There we go. So they're coming out there now, and that's all good and sorted, ready for next time. Let's make sure, yeah, they're still working. They're still light up. Right, now, to put this in place, it just sits there, but we need to loosen this off first. Someone did tell me in the comments that you need to do that, but I obviously, following the instructions, it says to put it on, so I'll put it on. But yeah, now if we just loosen all of those screws, that should give us a little bit of wobble room for that entire plate. There we go, that's got some movement there. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I'll loosen the screws some more. Now these wires are all got to go down there. We've got to make sure we get tabs tucked in behind things. Like that. And that. Oh, it's working. I'm getting all the wires tucked away though. So that's there, that's under there, that's under there. So yes, that needs to go underneath. These 3 screws are going to be holding that in place in a moment. Under there, and under there, and that one under there. Right, that looking good so far. Yeah, I like that. So BM screws. That's good because that's the ones I've got left. 3 of those to go in the side holes here. Yeah, there's obviously something's going to clip over the top of this, judging by the little holes here. So that will be covering these screw holes, as these ones will as well. Wherever. That didn't actually locate into a thing. That doesn't feel like that's locating into a thing either. Oh, that one might be now. Yep, there we go. That's biting there. Not tightening it up until I get everything lined up though. That hole has got a little bit of around the outside, a little bit of flash. Come on. You know you want to. There you go. Or do you? No, that doesn't feel like it is. That feels like it might be. Difficult to tell sometimes with these threads and screw holes if you're actually getting anywhere. I don't think I am. I thought I was, but then I wasn't. Let's try the one at the front again. Now the one in the middle is lined up. Not quite there. I shall do these off camera and make sure everything lines up properly. Then we can see about getting that top panel tightened back down again. But the important thing is, look, the side all lights up. It's great. So yes, that was it. That's it for the build this month. So thank you very much for coming along and joining me. I'll get all the bits tidied away now and figure out. I'll come back. I'll get this done. I'll come back and show you all the spare bits that I've amassed. So I shall see you very shortly. Yeah, so there's a few. There's this one that came this month that I haven't even been told to put those on yet, which is obviously makes sense because there's nothing to go on the back. This is the bit that's closer to the middle that won't hold those in place until it's attached. So it makes sense for that. But we've got these lots of panels that, yeah, I don't know why I haven't attached them yet. But there we go. That's that. That's all we've got. This one I have managed to line up, tighten up and fit in, and that all works now as intended. Looking lovely. Lights all over the place on there. Little docking navigation light type things on there. So yeah, I'm not entirely certain how it's going to work going forward, because obviously the saucer section's got to fit on there. But I've now just noticed that this next section, that's the only place this is going to attach as well, and there's no screw holes or anything on those. So this is just going to be clamped in place somehow, somewhere. I don't really know. I'm sure it will all become clear very, very soon, but it might be a while. I don't know where all these line up. I'm sure I can figure it out, and when I get the saucer section back round, they'll all go somewhere. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon for answering all of these questions and asking many, many more as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.